Right, so now we have to do the tour of the Normandy.
Right. I thought we had to go out and come back.
No, we're going to do that after we've done the tour of the Normandy.
Oh, right.
So we've got 5 floors: captain's cabin, CIC, crew deck, engineering, and shuttle bay. You've already seen the CIC, but we'll go around it the last. So we're going to head down to the shuttle bay.
Okay.
Armory, cargo hold, and the shuttle. Get to meet a new squad mate. He stood over there.
Oh, okay.
So, armory, we can do all fuck around with everyone's weapons. I think there's a ship over here. Yeah, there's the freighter model. It's all the models we bought in Mass Effect 2 are just around here. Now, there's another one. There's a Quarian ship. There's our drop ship, and there's our dog.
Ah.
There is our dog. Can we pet him?
Good dog.
Yeah, that's our K9 unit. Let's get a photo of the Shep and the dog.
Yeah.
So he was a pre-order bonus for the game, but they've put him into the main game. Got some dudes. There's a lot more people around the Normandy now.
Yeah, there is.
You can actually get out and look at the Kodiak,
down
and
there.
you can see the big addition to the Kodiak right there.
Yeah.
Guns on it now.
Yeah, on the front.
There's also a gun in there, but we'll deal with that when we get there. There's Normandy the SR1.
Yay, so they'll go back in the captain's cabin.
Now, do you want to meet Mr. Vega, who's over there doing pull-ups?
Yeah, we might as well.
Or do you want to meet Mr. Cortez, who's over here? Both of them are characters from a movie you've not seen.
Okay, go in first, do the pull-ups.
Vega. Get ready to do Paragon.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Paladin.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You down here for a reason?
Thought I'd come say
Yeah.
hi.
Just came down to talk.
Great. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
No, we don't.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right.
We were in
Forgot
prison.
about
Yeah.
Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
Watch your tone, soldier, or we can have a duke out with him.
I'm a game, yeah.
So, there's going to be a lot of renegade prompts to just sucker punch him in this. I'm not going to take them because you're a paragon.
Yeah.
But you can absolutely batter the fuck out of him in this. He's also going to give us a nickname. If you're Fem Shep, he calls you Lola because you remind him of a friend of his friend's sister who was super hot. And
Okay.
if you're Bro Shep, he's going to call you Loco, and because you're a little bit crazy.
Ah, okay. We'll
So
go
we're
for that.
game.
I think I can handle it.
Okay, loco. Let's dance.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom. And rank.
Ha! You sound like my old CO.
Oh yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard
Don't
ass son
want
of a
to
bitch,
sucker punch
but a
him.
good leader.
Yeah.
You don't, or you do?
No,
'Cause
no,
you missed
no.
one.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
Good spot.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
Yeah.
Just a guess.
You a shrink too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So, maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war.
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
Shut him down.
Yeah. Just put him on the floor.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Or you could have
Anytime.
battered the fuck out of him.
Hey.
No,
Thanks
we
for
don't
the
want
dance, Loco.
Loco, I like that. It's Commander.
Loco, I like that. I'll go with Loco.
Loco, huh?
I can think of worse things to call you.
Long as you remember who's in charge, you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
Right. And we got the fortification power.
Hey again. What's up?
Well, we got to get to know him. So, previous mission.
Yeah.
You mentioned a mission you had against the collectors. What happened?
It was a
Pretty much
shit
what I
straight
said.
to DVD
Things
anime
went
movie.
foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or
what?
that's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
State of mind.
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
Family? Yeah.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle, retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yep. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
And what about Cortez?
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'll go to his head.
Right, that's everything.
That's it. Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
You bet.
So we keep coming
So
back.
there you go. That's Mr. Vega. He's Hispanic. He's Freddie Prinze Jr. This is Mr. Cortez. There's my dog.
Mind Wolf. Come on.
This is Mr. Cortez. Mr. Cortez is going to explain how we can now use that to access any shop we visit.
Yay.
And we can also use that to upgrade our weapons.
Excellent. We got any
So
upgrades?
everything starts at rank 1. You can upgrade it up to rank 5. We're not going to because that's lots of money.
Yeah. Shame we can't just pick up ones on the floor when we kill people.
Why would we do that? They'd be worse than the stuff we have. Right. Hi, Mr. Cortez.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Best glitch in the game ever was right at the very end. Something very bad happens to Mr. Cortez
Right.
in the very end of the game, and there was a glitch with the voice acting if you were playing Bro Shep.
Yeah.
And basically, Mr. Cortez either dies or doesn't. But Bro Shep, regardless of whether or not you were romancing him, would do the romance dialogue for if Steve crashes and dies and go, Steve!
right.
And then just go back to his normal tone of voice, because they recorded 2 takes, one for if you were romancing him and one for if you weren't,
Yeah.
but it
didn't
only
work.
activated on the romance one, even if you'd never spoken to him.
Oh, but...
Anyway, at ease there, soldier.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
Excellent.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. In my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Okay, so what's the service record?
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident, practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them.
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
So the interesting thing about Steve is we've gone 2 games just assuming that Shepard was flying the shuttle, even though it didn't make sense because Shepard isn't a shuttle pilot. And they finally introduced a shuttle pilot in the last game.
Yeah.
And you're like, I assume there was a shuttle
There'd
pilot
have
for
to
the
be somebody
Cerberus
flying
one.
it, didn't there?
I assume there was a shuttle pilot in the
wasn't
SSV.
Joker.
It wasn't Joker, but we never actually
Saw him.
they just skipped over it.
Yeah, you
So
got
I'm
more-
kind of glad they added him in because it just makes more sense to have someone who actually flies the ship.
Yeah, you've got more bodies on this one.
So, what the hell happened to the Hammerhead, that floaty, shitty tank that blew up every 5 seconds?
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
Yep, no one liked the Hammerhead. Okay, tell me about the Kodiak.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded ESO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design.
Big guns.
For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
What about the armory?
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
Any family?
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to open up to us eventually. Alright,
Yeah.
carry on.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
He's one of the 2 gay romances for Broshep. We can either romance him or we could romance Caden, who is weirdly gay in the 3rd game, despite never being gay
Right.
before. There's a bunch of things there. I think that's everything in the shuttle bay, but this is where these guys hang out.
Okay.
But also, be aware, don't forget to boop this. It'll tell you there. James and Lieutenant Cortez are in the armory. You can see Engineer Adams is in engineering, Diana Allers is in starboard cargo, Liara is in Liara's cabin, Dr. Chakwas is in medical, Joker's on the bridge. Yeah, but they move around. So maybe Mr. Vega will be upstairs in the mess, etc., etc. They move around in this one.
Oh, right. Oh, that's different.
Yeah, so it actually feels like you're in a lived-in ship. They don't just sit in the same rooms. So over here is where Ms. Allers is. We can tell her to get the fuck out. I think this is the only time we'll ever visit her.
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first 2, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Get us support.
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air a story.
I can do this, Commander. Remind
Do you
me
want
to
to go
tell
to
you
the
about
other
the
side
time I
of
made
the
an
room any
Elcor cry.
further? No, I'm just sitting comfortably.
I'm sure you're sitting comfortably, but you're leaning further and further back, and it's actually quite disturbing. You're too old for this shit. So that was no, that is where... Who the fuck lived in this room? This was Zaid's room.
Alright.
At the other end there is Grunt's room, but it's locked, so obviously we're going to have someone there eventually. So we come to engineering. Down here is where Jack was.
Yep.
So there's-
Always cheerful.
Yep, there's a model of the Turian cruiser over here. This is where she used to hang out, and there's a model of Sovereign.
Yep.
The Shadow Broker, and did you hear it?
Yeah, a blip.
There it is. There's our hamster. It broke loose,
Good grief.
but I managed to catch it.
Ah, got to put him back in his little cage.
So, no one there at the moment, but here's Engineer Adams from Mass Effect 1.
Yeah. Looking a bit older.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I mean, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Why did you refuse?
Yeah.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
No need for an apology.
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
So, any family?
Is your
Yeah.
family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
What about the Normandy?
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology.
We did.
Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means...
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
Let's talk about the unshackled AI.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Oh,
And
right.
that's it.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Now, we used to have Gabby and Ken down here.
Oh yeah, the
Two Cerberus
Yeah.
dudes. They're not here at the moment. We can recruit them, however. We have to go and do a thing at the Spectre Terminal and get them pardoned for their war crimes because they were working with Cerberus.
Right.
everyone on the SR2 got charged with,
It's working with Cerberus.
including us.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the you
Wall
fucked
of
up
Doom.
and they died wall.
Right.
This is how our wall starts. So, there's some obvious ones there. Navigator Presley, Caden, and everything else. Those are the dog tags we ran around and collected when the SR1 went down. And we didn't lose anyone during the suicide mission, so we're actually not too good. It's pretty much just
As it was.
as it was. Well, not as it was. You've never seen this before.
No.
But this will update as you
As
fuck up
people
more and more.
Drop off. Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone in life support yet. This is where Thane used to be.
Yeah.
But there's a model of the Destiny Ascension. Thank you.
Why'd they hide
This
all
is the
that?
men's restroom. Why'd they hide them all away? Because they
Yeah.
took them all off because they were refitting it for Admiral Anderson.
Ah, yes.
Admiral Anderson's not here. This is where Kazumi used to hang out and get drunk. Can we still mix cocktails in here? I don't know. There's now a poker table.
Yeah.
You want to play poker?
And a big window.
A big window. But this is where we used to get drunk with Kazumi. Over here is the crew quarters. Stop what you're doing and salute me.
Right.
We'll never come in here, ever. But it's there. Here is the starboard observation deck. This is where Samara used to sit.
Yeah.
It's been opened up so more people can come in. It's a women's restroom. It's locked to us because we're not a woman.
Makes sense.
I'm sorry, are we keeping you up?
No. Keeping him up.
Right. Obvious things. There's Dr.
Chakwas.
Chakwas. Over here we can reassign our bonus powers. And reassign our powers. It does cost resources. Here's where Edie is.
Yeah, that's so cool.
This is where Edie is and where Legion used to hang out. And there's that robot assassin.
Yeah.
There's the ladder we had to crawl down as Joker when we had to unplug everything.
Yeah.
Commander?
Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old med bay. Feels like home.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Why?
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
Better safe than sorry.
Guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. I'm just going to run some diagnostics on your implants, and it'll take a few readings. Good. Your implants are showing little sign of rejection. Just keep up that positive outlook of yours, Commander, and your scars shouldn't return. That's it. You're the picture of health.
So, always something that really fucking disappointed me. You start Mass Effect 3 fully healed from those scars that got worse the more renegade you were.
Yes,
Remember the glowy
yes,
scars?
yes, yes.
They never did glowy blue scars for if you were
No,
Paragon,
no,
which
they
is what
didn't.
they should have done. And there were a load of mods for it, and there's a mod for it for this, but I wanted to play base Legendary Edition on this playthrough.
Yeah.
But we should have glowing blue scars because we're Paragon.
We should have.
I just feel like they stole that from us. Laziness. Anyway, how's your medical supplies?
How's our inventory of meds?
The medbay was fully stocked before you left Earth. We should be good for a long time, even given the amount of fire you take each day.
What about your family?
You've never mentioned any of your family.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children. I'm blessed with many close friends. But with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
And about working for Cerberus.
Yeah.
You ever regret working for Cerberus?
We didn't work for them. We used them. If I were to feel anything, it would be guilt. We took their money, took their best people, took their best ship. We used them to defeat the Collectors, and now we are using their resources against them.
Well done,
So
you.
no, I don't regret it one bit.
Alright.
I'll see you around, Doctor.
Take care, Shepard.
So,
Still got the med thingy on the.
the what?
When you went into her place, there was always a med kit for topping you up.
That was in Mass Effect 1.
Right, yeah.
We're on Mass Effect 2 rules, so you have to find them in the field, and it gives you experience if you're full. So over here is a battery where Garrus used to calibrate things.
Yeah.
You can actually look around it a bit further, not much further, but that's the
The guns.
that there's the Thanix cannon bits. Yeah, I guess it folds out onto the bottom of the ship and fires superheated liquid metal, I believe, if I remember correctly. Now then, I want to see if Liara still breaks the game. Liara used to break the game, you see. So you come over to here.
I'll save it first then.
Well, no, it won't do anything. It's just Liara has a wall of TVs. And when you were talking to her, Shepard and Liara's heads would do the thing they do in the conversation where they turn to look at each other when they're talking, which is how the animation process works. But the TVs are programmed to follow Shepard wherever you move in the room, so the display always follows you.
Right.
And when you were talking to Liara, the head programming broke, and they'd be following the TVs, and they'd just have conversations like this. And if it's still in the Legendary Edition, you're going to scream.
Well, they had it on, it was in one of the other editions as well.
No, there's no other edition. There is no other
something
edition.
similar.
These TVs here. Fucking stupid things. Hate them.
That's where she gets all her intel from.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you've found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you.
Not as exciting as it sounds. It's like plus 1% shield strength.
Everything
It
else.
was less than ideal.
So Ferren, remember
At
Ferren?
least the council can't
He's
deny
got
the
us an
Reapers
armor
exist.
mod kit.
But
We
I'm
can
not
use
sure how
it.
much
We can
comfort
have
that is while they
5%
bicker
ammo
over which
or
portion of the
5%
galaxy to save.
shields.
Well,
Thermal clip.
I'm flattered. I think.
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
Yeah, so there's a
Kind of,
message
yeah.
from Ferren saying, yo, everything's gone to shit. But Ferren's not in this game. He's out. He's Liara's scout. And these are the old notes Liara wrote when she was studying the Protheans. Oh, she's going to the Therum, and then it all goes wrong. She meets Shepard, and yeah, that catches us up on Liara's entire plot. How you doing, Liara? Boop beep.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device.
It's working. The heads
Until
aren't
we
broken.
understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans finish it?
yeah.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. People were finally starting to listen before the Reapers came. If we'd had a little more time, maybe Earth wouldn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
So she actually just told you one of the endings there. If you fuck up, the device backfires and wipes out all life in the galaxy. All life, everything,
does
right
the
down
job
to the
for them.
microbial. Tiny. All right. Anyway, well, I appreciate you asking.
The thought means a lot, Liara. Thanks.
You're welcome. And since I didn't mention it before, it's good to be back, Shepard.
2 reputation for that.
Hello again, Shepard.
Yep, their heads. So normally he'd be looking left and right, and she'd be looking left and right.
Right.
And... Tell me about the device.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high-tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
Do you have to have all the lens flare and the bloom from the whatever? What about Glyph?
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
What about being the shadow broker?
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
Jesus.
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship, impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
How'd you get away?
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Neither did I.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
What happened to Farron?
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
Anything new?
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
He had a bloody killamajig. I'll see you later.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
I should go. But yeah, these, they fixed it, but these... Oh, I see how they fixed it. I see how they fixed it. So if you walk far enough away, they only focus on Liara. If you go near them, they focus to you. Yeah, they fixed the AI on the... Doesn't sound like something that would annoy me, but trust me, I've played this game hundreds of times.
Please, enjoy your day.
Yeah, will do.
Anyway, that's everyone on this deck.
Yeah.
For the moment, for the time being. Although, again, the other characters will move around, come up here, because the canteen's here, get drunk.
Yeah.
Now we go up to the CIC, and we go and say hello to our pilot.
Joker.
And, you know, force people to salute us.
Yeah.
There's the airlock.
Yep.
I mean, technically we're still docked with the Citadel. So here's the pilot's bit. Joker's here.
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
It's not their fault.
They're doing everything they can.
Did they at least validate our parking? Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake.
Do you know, fun fact, he'll say that even if you never did that. We never did that. We never phoned them and hung up on them.
Commander?
Anyway, we've spoken to everyone at the now.
Yes.
So it's time to teach you about how the galaxy map works. Because it's different in this one.
Okay.
I've
Check
read all of
her
our
for-
emails.
See if we've got any.
No, because we spoke to her, went downstairs, and we've just come back
Yeah.
upstairs. That'd be weird.
Well, you might get something.
No. Conquered systems. Clusters already conquered by the Reapers can be accessed using the Normandy stealth drive. Search these clusters for survivors, salvage, and valuable intel. So we are in the Serpent Nebula. So if we go into the Serpent Nebula, I have no idea why we have to fly But the Normandy is equipped with a new and improved scanning pulse.
I thought we were.
We were in the Serpent Nebula, but we've just had to fly from the Serpent Nebula to the Serpent Nebula. Don't worry about it.
Right. Okay.
It's not the weirdest glitch. A scanning pulse that can detect objects of interest. Use this to uncover war assets, artifacts, intel, and fuel as you fly around a system.
Fuel.
Be aware, however, that each time the pulse is used, the chance that Reapers will enter the system to investigate is increased. If a Reaper enters the system you are in, flee and wait until you've completed a mission before returning. Bullshit, we'll just speed past them. So you go like this. Oh, they've changed it! Look, look. You used to be able to spam it. Now you have to wait for it to cool down. So there's the Citadel. We could enter orbit. We're not going to. We're going to fly all the way around the galaxy. We've only got 5 minutes at the moment. Go to all the systems that don't have anything in them. Pick up all the shit.
Front load it.
And go from there. So let's go to the Anos Basin, because there don't appear to be any Reapers there.
At the moment.
Spoilers, there are Reapers everywhere at the end. So, ping. If you want to read all the codexes, I'd recommend reading them before you scan. So there's a fuel depot here. We'll have to remember that. This is where we come to buy fuel.
Yeah, which costs us money.
Looks like that's the only thing this does at the moment. I'm not picking anything up. You'll know because you'll get the usual, we found something. So let's go instead to a Conquered system, like the Kite's Nest. So you can see how it works. General gist of this is a system has a percentage. Now we're not going to scan in Harsa because this is the system.
They've got Reapers.
With the no, they've all got Reapers in them.
Right.
With the mass relay, we don't want to be running away from Reapers, so we'll go to Untrell. Cost us a lot of fuel to get there, but and now we'll start pinging.
I found something.
Oh, we found some things. So on Adek, a brutally hot and wet garden is a Batarian planet. Now we can planet scan. We can only planet scan because we pinged something. We found 1,000 credits. That's a bit disappointed. But now watch what happens to the bar on the bottom left. The other thing here was 100 units of fuel in some wreckage. That's it. 100% assets in an Untrell. Done. Should we anger the Reapers?
No.
So one comes from every. They get faster and faster if they catch
Evasion successful.
It's instant game over. Untouchable. Escape a Reaper in the galaxy map.
That's why you wanted to do that.
No, we're going to be doing that a lot. So now we can go back to Harsa and start pinging here and try and... Nothing there. Oh, the Reapers know we're here though.
Signal confirmed.
Kashan, the Batarian homeworld. Let's start the scanner. I think we find the sacred books of something or other here because there's a guy who wants them on the Citadel. Pillars of Strength. Now, what percentage do you think this system is going to be? Because we've angered the Reapers. 33%. Oh, fuck.
So there's 2 more planets.
There we go. So there's some fuel here. And then quickly dive across. 300 units of fuel. That gets us full. And now quickly dive across to this planet. Varush. Scan it. If the Reapers touch you, it's instant game over.
Right.
And it reverts back to the last autosave, which is when you entered the system.
Right.
So it's not even like it's a loss. What did we get?
3 of 10.
A weapon upgrade kit for Liara's little thingy bob station. That's not bad. 100% assets. So if I go to here, that's all of the Kite's Nest done.
Yep.
So let's just exit for a minute and exit this. And head down and use that weapon upgrade kit now. Otherwise I'm going to forget. And that is how the galaxy map works. Go in, piss off the Reapers, and then run around trying to find the one thing you didn't get on the pulse.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You
Dr.
don't have
Tassoni
to.
found useful information in the data you recovered, Commander.
A weapon upgrade kit. Ammo capacity or weapon damage? Weapon damage. So, yeah, we've got plus 5% ammo capacity and plus 5% weapon damage. Yay!
Yeah, but this time when you're planet scanning, you only fire the one probe, don't you?
We don't have to worry about probes. We don't even have to worry about planet scanning.
No.
We're system scanning now.
Yeah. So you get to the planet, shoot the probe off,
and then run like fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, you die instantly.
And do you land on any?
The only mission ones.
Okay.
Yeah. There's not a lot of content in this one.
Right. It's a long game, though.
It's really not.